Welcome back to Glow Up or Get Out. That was like the weirdest I've ever said it. Anyway, welcome back, guys. I feel like I want a new way to say that.
It's just welcome to GWOGO. Should we just say GWOGO from now on? Do you guys like that? Do you guys enjoy the acronym GWOGO?
Welcome to GWOGO. Just sounds funny.
Sounds very go-go girl.
Welcome back, guys. If you've never been here before, we're Mel and
Sam,
and we're the girls here talking on Glow Up or Get Out.
Yeah.
So today we're talking about habits. That is, I guess, something that always like either comes up at the end of the year or like people never get their shit together, and then it's like, oh shit, summer's coming. I want to be on my A game because people just feel better in the summertime. I personally believe some people are haters of the sun and the heat. We're personally not, so
can't relate.
It just makes us feel better, and I think like the lead up, the anticipation to summer just really gets us going, and we want to like have a really good habitual pattern or just like a routine.
Gets the people going.
Right.
We are the people.
So we thought we'd just bring it up today, but yeah.
It's a very cyclical thing. You're correct.
Yeah.
I think it's like I have my shit together, I'm thriving, and then it's like winter and you're just
I think like winter and the holidays just like really fucks people up, and whoever like can make it through that, you're like
without like missing.
Yeah, you're like a superhero in my book.
Yeah.
Like before we get into it,
imagine doing 75 hard during Christmas.
75 what?
Hard or soft, the thing that those people do where it's like 75 days in a row where you have to work out twice a day, once inside, once outside,
no.
Drink X amount of water, read this book, like every single day. Otherwise you restart. That's a really good time to test yourself during the holidays.
I would not.
Very hard.
I would lose and then feel shitty about it.
Don't do it if you know you're gonna fail.
Anyway, before we get started on that, I guess like let's give like weekly recap.
All right. Yeah, I think weekly maybe is more interesting for the people. Maybe.
How you doing?
What happened this week? Me at a loss. I have no idea what happened this week.
Do you feel like the fucking weeks have been going by so fast lately?
Yeah, I think recording a podcast once a week though on the same day is very much like
routine.
It reminds you like, oh, it's been a week.
It's been a week. Yeah, literally.
It's been a week also since like, then.
We record on Thursdays, post Tuesdays, so hello, it's Tuesday, but or it might not be.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It's St. Patrick's Day today.
Oh, also, St. Patty's Day.
That's why I have green eyeshadow if you're wondering what's happening to my face. It's Spirit Week.
It's Spirit Week at work.
Spirit Day. Anyways, yeah.
And we record on Thursday, so it's like when it gets to the day, it's like, oh, it's the end of the week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank God. But yeah, this weekend was fun. We had plans. We hung out. We did things.
Outside of work.
Thank God. Yeah, so that was fun. Did a little family stuff. Hung out with the niece and nephew. Watched Turning Red.
Oh my God.
Bawled my eyes out.
That movie's so good.
I don't care if this is TMI. I'm just not even going to give TMI warnings anymore, but I'm on my period this week, so watching that ripped me to shreds. If I would have watched it with my mom, I probably would have kept looking over at her like, my God. But luckily she was downstairs and I was in the piece of my room just bawling like, please no one come upstairs. It was so good. You guys need to watch it. Movie.
No ruining it, but like,
yeah, no spoilers.
The messaging is just like so good.
Yeah, there's some haters, but whatever. Be a hater.
Weird ass.
Be a hater. Take your hate somewhere else.
Say something offensive, but I won't.
Thanks for holding back. Moving on.
So what else?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, and then worked. I don't know. Just, it's like overall a good week though. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we had similar plans because we see each other a lot, but yeah, definitely went out to celebrate two of our friends' business turned 1 year old.
Yes.
If you guys have been watching for a while, we interviewed our friends Jen and Ash, who own Genero Neutral, and it was like the store's first year anniversary or like their first birthday. So they had like a quick little party situation at a bar, and we went, and it was fun. And then, yeah, we hung out the next day and just had like a really chill, I would honestly say it felt very like childlike, which I like.
Like it reminded you of high school?
Yeah, like I feel like those are kind of the movies, the times I miss in my life where like life just feels a little bit like easy, slow, and like just like whatever happens. Yeah, I miss that kind of shit instead of having like
a set plan,
or even like focusing my entire day on like my fucking responsibilities. Like, you know what I mean? So it was nice. I really liked that. I definitely like feel like I need to do more like nighttime going to the beach and just sitting there for a while, because it felt very emotionally like cleansed.
And it was a really good day to do that.
Yeah,
like it was not windy.
It was warm.
It was great.
It was
the
cold,
water
but,
was
like,
warm.
The water was warm.
We didn't get in.
No.
Don't you worry.
You're kidding.
We're just scared.
Yeah. And then, you know, the other days were fun too.
So the weekend was the highlight.
I forgot what I did on Sunday. Honest
you
to
guys
God.
went to like Target. You guys had to go grocery shopping and stuff.
See, responsibilities.
Yeah.
It was a fun day though, I think.
It was like
me and Logan just like really hung out, and it was chill, but it was like easy going time.
You guys woke up early. Daylight savings happened. That was hard.
That was tough
because we watched a movie and we ended up going to bed at 3 a.m. because of daylight
another
savings.
movie we watched. Yeah, Fresh.
I was like, girl.
It's about flesh eating.
I was
people.
like, girl.
If you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
made me kind of sick at moments, but
she was about to die.
Very queasy with like gross shit.
I thought she was gonna throw up for sure.
Ugh. That movie was like really long for some reason.
I think it was just also like the time changed. Really, it was like
also,
what the fuck.
But yeah, that happened, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Work. I was gonna say, going back to Friday when we went out for their 1-year anniversary birthday, I was telling my mom I went on a walk with her last night, and I was telling her about those drunk guys.
So crazy and annoying.
So we were by ourselves. It was just us two, and we had parked like down the street from the bar, basically next to a parking lot, very well lit, like nothing was super sketchy about it. But we're walking, and these drunk guys are crossing the street, and they're just being like belligerent. It's only like 9 p.m. Like, it's not like, oh, the bar's closed and they're fucked up.
Yeah,
so
keep in
like,
mind the event was like from 7 to 10, and it wasn't even.
It was 8.
It was
yeah,
like
it was
8:30. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were clearly had been drinking for a while, which like whatever. I don't know what you're going through, but
plastered at 8 p.m.
Yeah, literally. Look, I'm not one to judge. I've been plastered at like 10 a.m. So.
Facts. But like there's a specific
it was a vacation
reason,
and it
was vacation or like a bachelorette
and
party.
I wasn't being belligerent to anyone,
period.
Anyways, besides the point. And so they were crossing the street, and we were about to like come up to the street that they just like we're about to meet them technically. And the guy just like, one of the guys, he is just especially drunk, and he like throws his hat on the ground and is like screaming. Like, he doesn't seem aggressive or like angry.
He seems aggressive but not angry.
Okay, that's what I
like
mean.
Aggressive and like very emotionally like charged for some fucking reason. Something's going on with him.
Yeah. And so we were like, do you want to cross? Should we just jaywalk? I swear to God, if we got pulled over, I would have been like, arrest this drunk man. He scared me, so I broke the law.
Publicly indecent. Indecent. I don't even know if that's like, he's just publicly drunk.
Intoxicated. Public intoxicated. Like Snooki.
Where's the beach?
I love you, Snooks. So sorry. Anyways, yeah, that was just like one of the moments of the night. And then later that night, we were just like being silly in a silly, goofy mood and taking pics at the gas station. Because why not? Like, whatever.
Because again, we were in like this childlike state all weekend.
Yes, we were just like, be us, be free. I don't give a fuck. And the weird like cashier, whatever, attendant, I don't know what the fuck.
Gas station attendant, yeah.
His title is. I don't
know what your job title is.
I don't know what your job title is, but he comes out and he just like is smiling at us, and I was like,
no, like for real, really creepy, like just standing,
like smiling
and like.
Luckily, he was like small, so I think we could take him. Like, I wasn't scared of him.
For sure, I was not scared of him, but
no.
It's still scary.
Yeah, it was still scary, and he ruined the vibe completely.
Completely.
He was like, do you want my number? I was like, no, I don't want your number. Thanks,
I'm like,
though.
I kind of wanted, okay, I said this like when we were together, but like I literally get so overwhelmed in my brain with like the things that I actually want to say versus like the scenario and like how it plays out if a man gets angry at me for saying like defending myself or whatever. But in that moment I really wanted to be like, did I ask for your number? Did we ask for it?
Did I ask you to walk up to me while I was taking pictures?
Did I even acknowledge you? No.
The only reason,
because you made me uncomfortable.
I think something like exchanged was because I thought we were getting in trouble.
Because we were taking pictures at a gas station.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be like, you can't be taking pics in front of the pump like that, even though it was empty as fuck. It doesn't matter. No one's getting gas right now.
You gave me straight Trisha vibes where she's like, huh?
I know, he kept saying stuff and I was like, huh? What? Oh, no.
No.
No, I don't want your number. And he's like, do you want to hang out? I was like, no.
You were wearing heels. You were literally
like a foot
double
taller
his
than
size at that point. Sir, come on.
It was just creepy. Like,
it's just like men kind of ruin nights. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, correct.
There's men who respectfully tell you look good. And come up to you in certain aspects, but like that ain't it. That is not it.
Don't just silently walk up smiling while two girls are taking photos. Yeah, they just have the audacity and I hate it. Anyways, that's enough about
the weekend.
Let's get into habits.
All right, so habits. We don't got them right now.
Yeah, I'm like, let's start with what we're doing now. I feel like
also let's just preface this whole, it's not like a disclaimer, but let's just preface this podcast by saying we're not necessarily like experts or like teaching you how to create habits, because clearly we maybe not have it. We don't have any right now. So we're just trying to like talk through, well, let me say that we are very good planners. So I think we have
some expertise
here. We have expertise on how to create certain things,
schedules
and routines, but we just don't have one right now. And I think it's maybe time to like reflect on what we can be doing.
Which again, it's super cyclical. I feel like we'll have our shit together, grinding, living our best lives, and then it's like, what happened? Like, I fell off.
Like, what happened? Yeah.
And it's honestly just like not that hard. Like, if you're really thinking about it, it's really not that hard. It's just setting boundaries with yourself. Another hard thing to do. Setting boundaries with other people's hard. Setting boundaries with yourself. So hard.
Being disciplined with yourself is extremely, extremely hard.
It's like, get off your phone. I literally play Spider Solitaire.
I have no idea what that is, but
I love that. It's on the computer. I mean, I play it on my phone. I'm not out here on my PC. I used to play it at my grandparents' house. No, yeah. It's like the one, Solitaire, right? It's like red and black. Right. You have to match. Okay, so Spider it's all the same color.
Okay.
But you have to like make, I can't even explain it. I'll show you. I have the app.
I don't like have like games downloaded on my phone. I'm not like a game person.
I used to not. Like, I had Candy Crush, in high school, like, whatever, all the time. But, like, every once in a while I go through phases. And right now I'm in a big game phase.
Oh,
okay. I just feel like it's better. It's really good for, like, your brain. In general.
Definitely.
Depending on the game. But I like strategy games. Or, like, word games, which I haven't played those in a while. But anyways. But I will say they're bad for your eyes.
Yeah.
Terrible for my eyes. Like, I have to wear my little orange glasses before bed.
I'm definitely more, like, I'll pull out Monopoly Deal or like Bananagrams.
I'm known to
play like an actual.
I have no one to play with. Well, so can't really pull out Monopoly Deal.
You know what, Queen?
I'm like, Dad, Mom, you guys
want to play? Hey, why not? Shoot. Anyway,
girl, they'd be like, yeah, right. I'm sitting comfy on this couch. I ain't trying to think.
Yeah, true.
Maybe I'm doubting them, but yeah, I'm addicted. That's telling myself to get off of that. I'm right. Like, it's 11.
At least it's not like social media. Like, you're not like sitting there scrolling aimlessly,
I could if it was TikTok.
I feel like I am currently very addicted to TikTok. Like, I will go to the bathroom, pee already, and have gone through like 8 videos, and then I still sit there for another like 12.
You're like, stand up.
Literally.
The voice in the back of your head's like, get up.
Get up. You're
Get
done.
up.
Yeah, it's just bad. And I do that a lot in the morning. Like when after Logan's gone because she went to work, I'll like be like, all right, it's time for me time. Like I'm going to get myself ready or do my workout.
Sits on TikTok on the toilet.
Literally. I'll sit on the toilet on TikTok. I had peed already. And then like it's to the point where like I have to pee again.
I think it's like this thing.
It's awful.
Maybe on your phone you can set like, because I know there's like, you could set like a daily limit, but maybe you could do like from 8 to 8:15 I can be on these apps or something. So it's like you'll get a reminder like, hey, it's been 15 minutes. That was like what you dedicated as your me time for social media or whatever. And then you can start your actual like healthy routine. Because I think it's not necessarily bad to like want to use that as your me time.
The thing is, yeah, I think I just like have like a weird like lack of discipline because like I genuinely don't feel that I don't know. Like I feel like when I open my phone right away in the morning and I look at Instagram or TikTok, I don't necessarily find it super helpful because I feel like I'm already like starting my day comparing myself to other people.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that I'm doing it like where I'm looking and I'm like, holy shit, my life sucks. But I think subconsciously like my brain's telling me like, oh,
you could be doing that.
You can't.
Why aren't you doing that?
Yeah, like why aren't you doing the most? And then that
instead of
actually just doing my workout and what I wanted to do. So it's just, yeah, I don't think it's good for me. I also just, but then I have a hard time because sometimes I do really just enjoy like looking at videos. So it's like, when do I schedule that in?
I think maybe just setting like a daily limit, start there.
Yeah.
Like just for the whole day, regardless of like and then I think you'll maybe start building more like healthy habits around it. Mm-hmm. Like if you set, I don't know, let's say like 2 hours for social media altogether, which I don't know if that's enough time considering our job, but let's say 2 hours. Yeah. Like once you hit the 2-hour mark, at least you'll be like, oh, I've already spent 2 hours. Like you'll just be aware, like I've spent 2 hours on this app already. Yeah. Which is crazy to think about.
I think another thing that I might do to help myself is like when I want to do like research for work or something, logging onto Instagram on my computer so it feels like physically like I'm working on my computer versus like scrolling, because I feel like that's just, I literally will go on a tangent in my own like brain and go through things.
Yeah.
I think
I think there's a lot of hard habits to build around social media for everyone, unless you're not on social media, which is a whole nother thing. But I think it's so addictive. Like it's so meant to be addictive. Yeah. It's literally what it's there for. Like even Twitter. Like Twitter's not really ever selling anything or like it's just like addicted to being like, what's everyone thinking?
Yeah, like with Twitter it's like actual FOMO for me. It's like what like, joke
what was
am
the
I
gag
not
that I missed?
Yeah, what's the joke I fucking missed? What am I not relevant to?
Is it really hurt your feelings when I'm like, did you see that on Twitter? And you're
kind
like,
of
no.
I used to be like a Twitter stan.
You're like, no.
I'm really proud of myself for not being so addicted to Twitter anymore, because I feel like that was so a period of my life that was so difficult for me to like get off. So
I think like 17 to 18. It was very specific. Maybe like 16, but like 17 to 18, I was like addicted to Twitter.
Girl, 16 to like 21.
That shit hurt my feelings. Like I literally deleted my Twitter or deactivated it or whatever. Yeah. I was like, I can't be on Twitter, y'all. But it was mostly like, it wasn't like strangers. It was like people I knew.
Yeah.
It was very triggering. Yeah. And I was like, this is not healthy. You need to get off. And I did. Look at me. It's even 18.
I feel like Twitter is even worse when you're actually following people who you know. Because then like,
then you're comparing your life to them.
That too, but also like you read into the subtweets, you know?
You're like, we haven't talked in 8 years, but
this is probably about that.
You think those people should reach out?
Interesting. Shady. Okay, well, besides social media. Yeah, I just, habits are, also, did you know that you can't like necessarily break a habit, but you have to create a new one to replace it? Our brains can't compute to break a habit. Like you can't
like instead of stopping smoking, you have to start
a different habit. Yeah.
So if you want to quit using social media so much, you have to do something else.
In replacement, right?
Fair enough. Makes sense.
I did see this girl on TikTok.
The exact addiction I'm trying to break.
Was talking about that specific idea that you have to replace your habits with other habits. And a very good tip that she gave was like creating, like the biggest thing that you can do is creating like a reward system for yourself while you're creating habits. And the way that she like broke it down was basically like, in the first week, whenever you're done doing the habits for the week, you give yourself a small reward. And then you do the habit again for 2 more weeks with no reward. And then at the end of the second, I guess technically this would be the 3rd week. You know what I mean? 3rd week. The first week, reward.
2.
2nd week happened. 3rd week,
I thought you
reward.
meant 2 straight weeks with no reward. Okay.
No. Yeah, I get. Okay, yeah, that was wrong. But like
One,
1st,
one.
2nd, 3rd. The 3rd week you get a bigger reward. And then you do it again, I think, for another 3, like for another 3 consecutive weeks. And at the end of the 3rd week, you give like the biggest reward to yourself.
Is it one habit you're building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, well, it's one habit, but you can compact like a lot of things in it.
Like it could be either routine or a habit.
It's mostly like, yeah, like creating a routine. Like for her, her routine that she gave, or like her habit that she was creating was, as soon as she woke up, she would sit up in her bed, drink an entire glass of water that she had set out the night before.
An entire glass.
Yeah. And then she would get herself up, dressed in workout clothes, and then would like do her morning stuff and then do a workout. So like that was like the thing that she would do and trigger, like the alarm triggered her to get up, right? So then she would like
water told her body.
Okay. And like the workout was the reward in a sense, but like for an everyday situation or like the task that she needed to do. And then at the end of the week, she gave herself like a cute pair of workout socks, which is like the small reward. And then she gave herself more and more as time went on.
You see, my problem with building routines like that is a lot of things. But number one, when you said she put on workout clothes, I was like, man, I just be in my dusty pajama top. I don't even put pants on. I just roll the mat out and I just do my work. Because I'm like, why am I going to get shorts dirty for its 15-minute workout? I'm lazy. And I don't have cute workout clothes. So there's like zero inspiration.
Yeah. Well, see, there's a reward that you can give yourself,
That's what I need to do, I guess.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I still do the workouts. It's just like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'd be like more accountable because I'd want to post it. I'm like, look
definitely.
how
I
cute
think
my outfit is.
I definitely think also like the routine of getting yourself dressed into something like triggers your brain to be like, all right, it's go time.
You definitely feel like more solid.
Because I definitely have days where I just work out in my pajamas from like the night before.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like getting me in like the mood to do it, but anyway,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But that might be something to try out for us in a sense. Like I have a hard time with like, it's like they could be literally telling me facts and giving me science.
You're like, nah.
And then I'm like,
it's not gonna work.
It's not that I don't think it'll work. It's just more like,
it's a lot of work.
No, it's just like, I don't necessarily think that things like that are sustainable because like life doesn't flow so like
reward based,
not even reward based, but just like so fucking like static, you know, like it has to be one way every single day.
But it's not even about it being static, because you know as a person like shit's gonna happen. Like you're gonna go out one night and the next morning you're not gonna want to do the routine, but your body is gonna be like, why aren't we doing it?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be craving
I guess that's when I'm like creating an excuse, but more or less like I'm talking about like let's say my dog fucking throws up that morning and like my day is like a fucking whirlwind. Like shit like that happens to me. You literally
just making
Bitch, do you not remember for like ever I would like sometimes come over late because Harley's throwing up. Well, she's healthy right now, but like, you know what I mean? Stop. I just like think about scenarios and I'm like, the thing is like, I get scared of creating a habit for myself because then like if I don't do it, I am so hard on myself. And maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think the problem is that something can happen and you're going to miss it. Like, that's totally okay. I think just reminding yourself, like, it's okay I didn't fully do what I wanted this morning. but I still want to do it. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to do it tomorrow. Or like when I get home, I can do some of my routine still. Or whatever the case is, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's all mindset, which is what we always talk about. Just like it's all about mindset. You gotta
For real.
just not let shit dog you down.
I think I think that's like an also really important aspect to bring into creating habits is like as you're building them, also
Remain flexible.
remain flexible and keep yourself like in a positive mindset. Like always think in positive intent. Like you're always gonna try your best.
Yeah.
And if something goes wrong,
Like if
try again tomorrow.
Let's say Harley throws up. Instead, this is really hard to do. I don't know if it's just us as people, like we're both like this, so I know people are like this. It could just be us, but let us know if you're like this. But let's say Harley throws up. Instead of being like, this is gonna be a shit day.
Yes.
This is ass. Like, I'm fucking cleaning this up. I want to do shit for myself, but I'm not. I'm behind now. I'm this, I'm that. Like, it's all negative. Instead of being like that, you can be like, you know what? I'm going to take care of Harley. I'm going to get that figured out. And at the end of it, if I have time to do a little small part of my routine or like a shorter version of my routine, I'll do it. And
Yeah.
it'll all be okay. But it's very hard to do that. It's
Yeah.
very hard. Because then you feel like I half-assed it. I didn't do good enough.
That's the part.
Yeah.
That's the part that's like
I hate
really
when
hard.
when I don't have enough time. I'm like, well, you could have woke up earlier.
Literally.
like-
literally.
But like I could have. Like
Okay.
I'm not wrong. When I'm being hard on myself, I'm like, I'm not wrong.
Literally. This is why when like I talk to like Logan or even like my fucking therapist, they're like, you like really hard on yourself. I'm like, yes, but I am not wrong, am I? Like I could be doing more. And that's the part that bothers me. And I'm like, but you would never be I would literally never say that to you. I
No.
would never say that to Logan. I would literally never say
like wake up earlier than bitch.
literally would never say that. But
me to me. Yeah, I think we'd feel maybe we are right, like in being hard on ourselves, but maybe it's not about like necessarily being right about those things, but if we were more consistent with whatever it is that we want our goals to be or habits, maybe we'd be less hard on ourselves, like the every once in a while that we fell off.
right.
But that's the thing, it's really hard to build consistency to where you feel like this is my routine and it's just this one time or this one week where shit was crazy and I couldn't do everything perfectly. Because then you, like once it's 1 week that you fucking fall off, it's like done.
It's done. The routine or the habit, it's like you're having to start all over again.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's almost even harder to do like the comeback because you have so much like failure in your head. We lost some footage. Anyway, it was like close to the end.
Yeah.
Nothing too important. Are we just closing it out at this point?
I was going to say, we're just going to like run back the other topics in the next, right?
Yeah. We'll
Okay.
just bring back the things we said in Glowing Hour just to get a better flow. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see you in a second. Anyway, welcome back.
We have Kombucha Margaritas today. Because why not?
Because that's what we have.
I mean, is it even a margarita? It's lemon juice.
True.
Whatever.
A lemon, watermelon,
kombucha.
tequila.
Smells good. And triple sec. It's giving summer. I think it would have been better with lime, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the biggest scam of them all is like getting a kombucha bottle and putting the alcohol in the kombucha bottle.
Absolutely.
You can't smell shit over kombucha.
No.
So if someone was to be like, what's in that bottle, ma'am? I'd be like,
Kombucha.
you ever heard of kombucha? Police officers be like, so
I don't feel like I give myself enough time to think about it, but we'll just talk about it.
yeah, we're just gonna, I have no.
No
But-
clue.
Basically what we had said previously was like maybe we're the type of people who need accountability partners.
Yeah.
And we were like, maybe we should be each other's. But then Mel had the brilliant idea, like, why don't we all be each other's? And we could have like either, depending on how many of you there are, and if you're iPhone users. Because I ain't doing
that's
no
important.
iPhone user. Okay, we're not
I
doing
mean,
green.
We can start like a Discord, I guess.
I was gonna say Discord or like Genevieve. You know that one app?
Oh, right.
Like Genevieve or something. It's like a community app where everyone can like message. We could do something like that, and we could all just blast each other like, it's 7 a.m. You up, bitches? Wake up. You all said 7 a.m. Let's go.
I think that would be really fun. And
yeah,
I think everyone can use an accountability partner. Mm-hmm. You know, there's different ways to be, I don't want to say like accounted for, but like different ways that people like accountability. Like I personally don't like it when
I don't want to be yelled at.
Yell at me.
Yeah, no.
So
but just like knowing there will be some slight shame in admitting that you missed something is what gets me. I'm like,
yeah,
I missed that day.
Yeah,
that's enough.
But maybe we'll like come back at you with like, it's fine, queen. Tomorrow's a new day.
Exactly.
Or what else can you do today?
Yeah. Do you have time to get in whatever you missed?
Right.
Later today?
Period. So let us know if you're interested. But like, I think that we all really need this community of accountability.
Yeah, I really want to do that.
If you're trying to figure out your own habits and creating a new routine.
We should just start it. And we'll link it.
Yeah. Let's fucking do it.
Then it'll just be there. And if you want to be a part of this me and Mel back and forth. You awake?
Whatever. At least it's an accountability thing. You can hop in at any moment.
We're literally going to be like, you up? At 7 a.m. Like those you up texts, but they're more positive. Anyways, so
as far as actual habits, what are some things that you are looking to do?
Right. Another problem is I don't like super structured things. So like we also said this before when we were cut off, but like I feel like I need some flexibility in it. Like you gotta, I think we're talking like a lot about morning routines or just like daily goals. I feel like that's kind of the habits we're trying to build, like daily ones instead of like breaking/bringing in new ones. It's more like, I guess there's some we want to break, but I feel like it's mostly about having healthy goals in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if it's to be working out every day or whatever, there needs to be options for me. Like either 5 minutes of something intense or an hour of something more like low impact.
And also this is like, especially if you're like us, where like we don't have a specific like fitness goal. Like, you know, like I feel like some people who are really into fitness, like they're like into like shredding or like they want to build bigger like glutes or you know, like things like that.
And just like overall,
I just want to feel healthy. Like I just want to have a good relationship with my body and feeling physically active.
Strong.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think with that, especially when you're people like us, we definitely, I'm also that way where like I like flexibility of having options to do.
Which like maybe that's like if you're a fitness expert out there, maybe that's like not the best plan to get results per se. But at the same time, like I need something feasible. That's like I could do something for the rest of my life. Like I'm not necessarily trying to be like the best shape of my life. Obviously that'd be great. But
you're starting somewhere. Like especially us who we're fucking starting from somewhere that's not a goal of like I want
abs in 6 weeks.
So that would probably never happen.
Me?
I
will never doubt myself. Just kidding.
You'll probably be really like strong. But like, anyway, again, like if this is like not pertaining to like your specific thing that you want, if you do want to be like very actively you want to be very active and have like a fitness specific goal.
Yeah.
I mean, still, by all means, accountability will help you. But, like, that's just personally not how we feel about that specific habit that we want to create. Mm-hmm. It's just, like, the habit we want to create is, like, movement with our bodies every day in some capacity.
Yeah. I think, like, it's just, like, a really good time in our lives. Like, your 20s, not really sure what's happening in our lives. There's, like, some instability, but in a good... Why did I say in so many times? Did you... That stutter? What the fuck?
I hate when that happens.
I think because I said instability.
Yeah.
So I was like, instability, but in a good way. Like, that it's just like life could take us anywhere. Like, I could move to Paris if I wanted. I don't have kids tying me down here.
Yeah.
Like instability in a great way. So I think it's a really good time for us to like explore what an ideal life would look like without the distractions or responsibilities of things outside of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like right now is a really good time to like be in tune with our bodies and like just like know exactly who we are and what we want, ideally. Because I feel like, I don't know if our generation's like the first to be able, like, have the privilege to do that. Like, it's not all about like have a job, have kids, get married, blah blah blah, like whatever.
We've like broken away from.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people who still, you know, went that path willingly. Like, I was gonna say choosefully.
They wanted.
Willingly. They wanted it.
Willingly.
Yeah,
willingly. I can't fucking talk.
Anything within, we're like, ugh. Yeah, I feel like it's just a beautiful time to create crazy habits that are just either pushing ourselves to like explore more of ourselves. I don't know what that, I think maybe what I'm trying to get at is like a habit I want to build is something to do with exploring me. So if that's like once a month I do something different, like that I've never tried before, or whether it's like a recipe or going to a class or just trying to like paint something, follow a Bob Ross paint thing, you know, like maybe I want to do that once a month. I don't really know if that's like a habit per se, but it's more so just like a way to explore myself and further that goal that I have.
I think that's a really good point, because I think like the reason why we want to create habits is more just to explore ourselves and what makes us literally feel alive and thriving. So also I think about this a lot, where like similarly, I mean, it's like on par with what you said about like right now we have no responsibilities and nothing like to consider a high priority besides our own beings.
Yeah.
So like I'm thinking about like when I do end up having those parts of my responsibilities and like parts of my life where like I want to start a family, or you know, like things just get more intense, I definitely want to have something that like I remember that I can fall back on, and I don't think I currently have that. So like I think habits, or starting habits or creating them, will help me figure out the things that actually are helpful.
Yeah.
And that you can rely on like tough times, or like even like when you
just feel like, lost.
Right. It's just like, so when you finally have a moment to be like, oh yeah, that used to really be helpful, I might just start doing that again. Like it was a habit that I started, and I started it for a reason. I don't know why I fell off, because life got busy or whatever, but like I think that like I don't currently, I'm in the lost state, but I don't have a current thing that I like feel I can rely on.
Well, I think that's what habits and like structure is good for. That's why as kids, like there was no worries, because you knew exactly what you were doing every day. For the most part.
For the most part.
It's just like you're going to school from this time to this time. After school, you're probably getting picked up, or you're staying in daycare or whatever. Like you knew exactly what was happening. And like as an adult, structure is like a little bit harder, especially if you freelance. Because you have to set that structure yourself. But even if you're not, like,
it's just because like now it's literally time is on your own terms.
Yeah.
There's like nothing to structure days, and
it's just crazy that when you're an adult, like as a kid, you're like, when you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. It's amazing. And it's like, as an adult, it's like, you got to do whatever you want. Like, and you're going to make bad decisions.
And you have to be responsible for whatever you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's also something to note. Like, maybe in your habits and routines you're trying to build, don't be like too ambitious. Like, don't try and make yourself someone you're not.
I think that's a really good point. I think like that's, I guess, the part of like, I don't know if this was cut off before, but making sure that it's something sustainable for you. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's great to create a habit of like the person you want to become, but it's almost detrimental if you create, or you're trying to create a habit that feels outside of yourself and like you can't really do it, and then you end up like really being hard on yourself for the fact that like you basically failed. So like making sure that you're not reaching for a completely different life, you know what I mean? Like, let's say I would love to do like hot Pilates as my routine every day. Can I afford that? No. So it's like,
can I turn on my heater really high in the mornings?
Probably. My gas bill, a little high.
Yeah.
But like, again, like I think things like that, or like even this is even like something I could do, but I think this is like outside of my reach of like every morning I want to go take a walk on the beach and grab a coffee. Like,
Just a little too far.
it's a little too far. I can't do that every morning. Like it sounds very nice and like a life that I would want to live, but it's just not feasible.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it would be ideal to be like I want to be at the beach once a week. It's like,
Is that feasible, Queen?
like I'm just not that close to the beach to where that's possible. I could once a month. I think once a month I could feasibly do.
Or like every other week.
Twice a month there. But yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Being realistic about shit, because otherwise you're gonna just run yourself tired, like
And so you're gonna come to a point where you feel
not fulfilled,
exhausted,
with it,
and then also you're gonna feel like you failed.
maybe just listen to like ocean noises if you like really want to like
Feel
get
it.
there.
Go
meditate
on a
with
walk.
ocean noises.
Put the ocean in your ears
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, being realistic with the shit that you want to do. As far as like any specifics, do you have anything
I mean,
that you want to like
I feel like it's
put
very
this down as like your diary, your bullet points? Like, what do
bullet
you
points.
want to
okay,
create?
bullet points daily.
Yeah, let's do that. Daily, weekly, and monthly.
Okay, so daily. This girl's got me with this water in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah, do for
that's
real.
a good one, but like
I've been doing that. It helps.
realistically, I don't know if I do it. Like I have like a drink of water, but like I have hydro, so it's not the same as like I'm gonna finish this glass of water. It's like,
Well, why don't you do a glass of water? Leave it.
because my cat's drinking. I need a sippy cup with a straw.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
One of those Starbucks cups you have.
One of the ones I have. That one just feels painful. I don't know why.
Because you probably need to do it. Also, another thing, you should probably be doing the things that you feel like that would be really helpful.
I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, you should do it.
Okay, fine. I'll have a glass of water in the mornings. I think waking up earlier,
Mm-hmm.
which like I was good for a minute, but we'll get back there. At least like 8 a.m., which I know isn't that early, but we're going to start at 8 a.m. and move our way up to 7. But 8 a.m. and like I guess like on a daily routine it would be like pet Louie for like however long, 5-10 minutes. Try not to be on my phone, but I usually am because I'm like responding to Mel about the day or looking at the emails I got, whatever, pressing notifications. I don't know. I don't know if I really care about that. Like I feel like it doesn't hinder my day that much unless I like start exploring all the other stuff.
Right.
So I think definitely like as long as I keep it in like pressing notifications and then putting my phone down and not being like, let's scroll through Instagram now.
I think that's good that you can identify whether or not that's hindering for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you're anything like me, I think that if I do check, I don't mind so much like responding to you or anything like that or texting you. It's more like me getting on work shit right immediately when I wake up, because then I almost like am in that state. My brain is just so easily triggered into like the mode that I'm supposed to be in. So if I like look at my emails or something like that,
Like a TikTok you got sent overnight or something.
yeah,
I
like,
do not look at TikTok messages. I can't.
No, I cannot. I literally don't open those until literally like 8 p.m. because
I don't
it
even
hinders my
check.
day.
I check like weeks.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I got 80.
I definitely don't do that every day, but I do check it when like I have a minute and I'm sitting down relaxing.
Yeah.
But I definitely like can't check my email because then I'll be like thinking about it, and like that almost hinders my ability to be with myself in the morning and like focus on my own energy. I'm very easily like triggered, so like I can't. But that's good that it like you can identify whether or not that's hindering, because I feel like
I don't know. Should I not check emails?
I mean, but if you like can just like look at it and then be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna tab it for later. Totally. But my brain just doesn't function that way.
I guess it depends how stressful it is. Like if
Yeah.
it's like good news,
But
I'm like,
see-
parent.
See, yes, but then like I think it's almost like that's why staying neutral is the best, because what if one day you do wake up and you check the email and it's a bad email? That's scary to me.
I think I'm pretty like, all right, we're gonna deal with that in a sec.
Yeah, I think you're very easily like I think that's
it.
just like, if you need to create that boundary with yourself, at least know whether or not you are someone who can like, I'm gonna tab it, or if you're like me, you're like fucking
I'm gonna
spiral.
wait till my routine's done.
Yeah, spiral later after you've, or see,
once
like
you've set yourself up to be not spiral.
that's the thing. Like one of mine is like to meditate, which I haven't been doing
every day. That's a daily one.
Yeah, but like I want to do that so that when a thing arises, I have the capacity to be like, it's all fine. Like, it's okay. I am still, life is just happening, but it's all right. I'm going to figure it out, instead of like being like, holy shit. And then like spiraling and not being able to focus on myself.
Honestly, maybe start doing the stuff my therapist said, Qigong. I feel like that really grounded me. And like, I'm not doing it every day anymore, which like, I think I would like to start doing it again. Like sometimes, maybe not every single day. Just because it started to feel like, oh my god, okay, no, just it wasn't like, it was great every time, but like, I don't know, I just don't think it's realistic for me to do every single day. But I think that's another one of my goals, maybe like a weekly goal instead, like twice a week to do some sort of Qigong exercise, which is basically like meditation-ish.
It's a form of like meditation, I would say.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like,
sitting and closing your eyes. But I think I will actually set some boundaries with my social media apps. Like, I think I want to set some like time reminders and restrictions, just so I can at least be aware.
Yeah.
Like, you've been on your phone for X amount of time. Exercising. I'm trying to do like pretty much every day. And I have at least one rest day. So I guess like 6 days. Ish, but like a lot of the days it'll just be like an 8-minute intense video from Melissa Woodhealth, and then I say her name like her last name's Woodhealth, I swear. Melissa Wood Health. It just goes off the tongue. But I do like one of those, and then like I can either just like have a more active day, like walking around, or I'll go on like a short little walk with my mom, or just like being active, like being intentional about being active, and having one day where I'm like, you don't have to do shit today.
Yeah.
With flexibility, though, that's my thing. Like, maybe I do need to create more, like, structure with, like, okay, you're going to work out 6 times a week, and these are your 7 options of, like, workouts you can do.
That's a good idea. Especially if you need the flexibility to give yourself, like, I'm fucking tired today. Let's do something a little chill. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, like, even, like, I guess range-wise, it'd be, like, meditation, yoga, Pilates, intense walk, going to the gym, lifting weights, doing a video, doing, like, whatever. Like, there's lots of different options there.
Yeah.
A hike. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have, like, a specific dead set thing. And I feel like, I don't know, the other stuff we're talking about, like, going to the beach at least twice a month or whatever. Obviously, that changes, like, with the year, because I'm not trying to go twice in December, probably. Maybe I will, but I'm not, like, pressing to go during that.
During, like, the winter time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe those are less habit and more like, just, like, what I want for my life. To like.
That's also a good distinction.
Yeah. What about you?
Cool.
I've definitely left a lot out, by the way.
Well, if something comes up.
Like reading a book or something. I've been terrible about reading books.
Same, dude. I still have not finished my goddamn book.
Me neither. I really don't. I think it's because I don't like it. Personally, I don't think I like my book.
I like my book. I have a hard time sitting down and like reading. Definitely I've been like a 7:30 a.m. kind of girl lately.
That's nice.
Number one, because like I wake up when Logan wakes up. Our goal has been to wake up at 7, just because it gives us more time together. And also, like, I don't think we've been really prioritizing Harley. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. I want to be waking up at least 7. I do want to, like, be a person who wakes up not before the sun rises, but, like, while it's rising. So, like, my actual goal is, like, 6:30.
Is it that early still? Would time change? Like, isn't it rising later?
That's true. So, like, I do want to
buy yourself an hour.
Exactly. So, like, I do want to be when it's rising.
Okay.
Up when it's rising. So, like, I think
that would be amazing. I wish I could. I just need to go to bed at 10.
Literally. So that's another habit, is like going to bed early. Like last night.
I'm gonna text you at 11, and if you're awake, I'm gonna be like,
queen.
I'm like, if anyone responds to this.
The thing is, like, I'm already set up to go to bed by 11. Like, I'm like,
I feel like 11's pretty feasible.
I'm like I'm closing my eyes. Logan has a TV on because she needs a TV to sleep. I fucking can't do it with it. So once she falls asleep, which is like literally in 5 minutes, I'll turn it off.
Dude, what?
But
That's hilarious.
yeah,
You should get earplugs.
I should. Well, like I need like a face mask. I think I have one. I should use it.
I have like a lot. You could just have one.
But I can't sleep with something restricted on my fucking eyes. Anyway, I need to be in bed, like ready to go to bed. I'm assuming like 10:30, like actually covered in like.
To wake up at 6:30, so you're gonna get 7 hours of sleep.
Because I need to be up. I mean, go to sleep at 9.
Well, if you went to bed at 10:30, let's say you fall asleep at 11, though.
That's
realistically,
6 hours. 7 hours.
7.5.
Uh-huh.
Is that enough for you, or do you need 8?
I need 8.
So
honestly, I've been
9:30.
thinking I'm like a person who needs like 8 to 10 hours of sleep.
Okay, so then
Maybe 8 to 9.
You need to be in bed at 9:30 or 10.
Oh my god.
Girl, you see, stressful.
Okay, I'm gonna set myself up for 10 p.m. being in bed and like I'm about to literally fall asleep. I don't need to fall asleep at 10, but like I need to be
in the sleep mode
by 10.
Like closing your eyes,
Like
not on the phone, not playing games.
Yeah.
My problem is that I'm in bed at like 7.
But you're like on your phone and shit. I'm like very good about that actually. I feel like after like 7 p.m. I'm only like texting people if I need to, but I'm not on my phone really much. Like
Not even TikTok after 7?
sometimes, but not really. Unless I'm like in the bath, which I probably I should be reading instead. Anyway.
I know. Every time I'm on my phone, I'm like, I should be reading. Just telling myself that.
So waking up at 6:30 is my goal. But for now, like my habit is to wake up at 7. Up until like I can get that down, you know?
Mine's 8, so
now when I wake up at 7:30, I'm like, fuck, you're so fucking lazy.
dude,
like,
I'll
you
wake
need
up
to
at
wake
9 sometimes, and I'm like, what are you doing, bitch? Like, you went to bed at 10. I'm like, why did you need 11 hours of sleep? And Louis fucking yelling at me, wow. Like,
Dude,
wake
at least
up.
Louis has a fucking litter box. Like, Harley literally needs to go pee and shit in the morning.
Well, maybe it'd be better if he didn't, because then I'd wake up.
That's facts.
I'm just gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna do it.
So waking up early. And then I have been like drinking water, but I like take sips of water to
don't
wake
finish
myself
it.
up. No, I don't finish it, which I need to. Some days I do when I'm really thirsty in the morning, but sometimes I don't. So I definitely want to make it a habit to drink like my full water, and literally getting out of bed as soon as like I literally want to wake up, sit my ass up, drink my water in bed, and then whoop, get out. You know, like I don't want to. I have a habit of like sitting there and like
Chilling.
talking and like cuddling Harley, which I can cuddle her, but like get up, you know. Because I'll literally take like 20 minutes to actually get up, and then it's 8 p.m. I mean 8 a.m.
I hate when I do that.
It's really annoying. So that is like one of the habits I want to create, is just literally straight up getting out of bed. Working out is definitely one that I want to. I think I've been getting in a groove though. Like I feel like now I've created a form of a habit. Like I don't know if it's an exact habit, but like for example, today I didn't work out, but I do know that I'm gonna go home today and do something.
I will be going home. I will have the chance to be going back home today.
And working out though.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to do an evening workout.
I like
instead.
evening workout sometimes. It's just like whatever I'm in the mood for. See, that's like the flexibility, like keeping
Right.
yourself accountable in some aspect, but making sure that you're okay
Whatever
with the flow of
feels
your
right.
day.
Yeah.
But I've gotten into a pace where like I actually enjoy the working out aspect, because for a long time I felt like it was just something that like I was like, I just want to be fit and I just want to like look good, and I'm doing this for that reason. But now when I'm working out, like it actually boosts my mood, it like gets me energized, and I'm back in that same pace that I was in when I used to work out before, which I missed.
Yeah.
So now that that's like the feels are there, I can now do and have a routine that actually, or like a habit with working out that I like.
Yeah.
One of the goals that I have is doing like the 12-3-30 at least 4 days a week. I'm gonna say 3 days. Let's not be too ambitious. 3 days a week.
Only because you have to actually go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can
I
just
don't
be
have
like,
a treadmill at home.
let me get up and do it.
Yeah, so I want to do the 12-3-30 3 times a week. Doesn't matter what days, just I need to do that. And then the other days do Melissa Wood Health. And then I am like also doing only 6 days a week, because I feel like 7 I might just be burnt out. after like a couple weeks.
Even like 5, you can
Even
do.
5, but I don't mind doing like a Melissa 10-minute or like
just because it's all about the mental space it puts you in more so
Yeah.
than like it just feels good to be like, I did something for myself.
like at the end when she's like, all right, now take in this moment and feel how much you've expanded yourself. I'm like, period, I have.
You're like, I am a queen. Did like a 3-minute meditation. She's like, anytime, any amount of time. You're like, yes, any amount of time.
Melissa, yeah. So yeah, that definitely is like something that I need to. I feel like now I'm in the groove of it. I just don't want to lose my momentum of like feeling like this is helping me versus like, oh, this is such a drag, I have to work out.
And you know what usually messes up like habits and like routines is like vacations or obvious like big life events and like emergencies or whatever. So I feel like keeping in mind in the back of your head, knowing like, one, not being hard on yourself and being like, oh my God, I'm missing 3 days of that because of this, whatever it is. And being like, either, if it's possible, obviously making time to do those things still, or being like, when I get back, I'm going to feel so good when I'm able to like fully be back with myself and like do it again. Just like, I think because then if you stop doing it for like, let's say it's like a whole month. Let's say you can't do that shit for a whole month, whatever the reason is, you just have to like know in the back of your head, like, I still have 100% commitment to sticking to my habits and my routines because I know how good they make me feel.
Yeah.
And just like reminding yourself and not being like, I haven't done it. Like, I'm just never going to do it again. Or like, ugh, like whatever, which is super hard. I feel like it's so easy to just be like, fuck it.
Fuck it, I'm done.
Fuck it. And then 3 months later, you're like, fuck, I got to get into a routine again because I'm not doing shit.
Which is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I think that's when like,
keeping the mindset, keeping like the mindset, neutral, positive, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever helps you, neutral or positive.
Whatever.
It's not negative.
Yeah, but keeping your mindset and making sure that it's something sustainable. Obviously, some things are maybe could happen and could fucking throw you for a spin, but try to keep it sustainable for sure.
Yeah.
Reading a book. I want to be reading at least 3 times a week. I don't think that's a lot to ask for, Melissa.
Me to me.
And then yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting things, but
definitely. But like that's the thing. I feel like we have so many like habits and goals and we want to be that girl, it girl, whatever. It's so hard though. Like I want to journal for 5 minutes every single day.
Oh girl, I've tried it's 3 times now
to write something.
To start the 5-minute journal situation. 3 times. I started this week and I was like, yes, I did it in the morning and at night. Cool. And then I did it again in the morning and I was like,
it's boring.
No. It's just I forgot at night. And then the next day I was like, oh fuck, I forgot in the morning. So I did it at night, like for the entire day. And then today I didn't do it at all. So it's like, yesterday I didn't do it at all.
Some things like that are too much structure for me.
I think so. Me too.
Like it's just
so. Me too.
I think so. Me too.
I think me too though, for real.
It's just like even I feel like realistically people should be setting goals like I want to journal once a month. Like realistically, are you like what is there to write about all the time? Sometimes it's just like you're doing it to say I did it.
Yeah. I think people would say that like for example the 5-minute journal, it like asks you to talk about gratitude. And I think the point is like to find gratitude in like the little things in life, which I think is a good habit to create, but maybe do it while you're working out or something, while you're doing something else, like while I'm pouring my coffee or making my coffee. I'd be like, you know what? I'm really grateful for blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's like, if you don't like affirmations, do like your gratitude list of like 3 things you're grateful for. Like, for example, the actual prompts for the 5-minute journal are like three things you're grateful for, 3 things on what could make today great, and then at night it asks you like what are 3 things that made your day or made today a good day, and then asks for like 2 affirmations. So like it's kind of like things you can do without journaling, I guess, but like maybe
I see the idea, I see the point. I just don't think it's realistic.
Yeah, I personally like.
Maybe it's just me being negative.
Maybe I just forget. I don't know. I'm going to try it still because I do think like it mentally impacts me in a good way. I just don't want to feel like shit when I like
don't do it.
So that's the problem. But maybe that's something I want to work on, is like, it's more like, because like that's like a moment where I actually am sitting with myself and like nothing else, and I'm sitting there and I'm like,
so maybe
talk to
like
myself.
your goal is more like daily to have a moment with yourself,
right,
about the day, intentions or gratitude for the day.
Which like this is where like I want to be meditating every day, and I think that that's like a very stretch. It's a stretch for me, but like that's almost like a non-negotiable. I want to allow into the routine and habits, because I think it really impacts me well. So maybe that's my way of making my gratitude list and doing the 5-minute journal in a different way, you know?
Yeah. I feel like maybe not the last thought, but like one of the more last thoughts would be like, oh my God, not me losing the thought.
Reel it back in.
Oh, like as you do these habits, obviously you're going to be ambitious at the beginning, whether it's like, I want to have every single facet of my life, like, habited out. Like, I want to be working out, eating good, drinking a lot of water, reading books, like, stimulating every part of your life possible. And, like, maybe through that process, you'll figure out, like, what's actually important to you. Because, like, you can say, like, I really want to do all these things, but at the end of the day, like, reading isn't your top priority, maybe. Or journaling isn't your top priority. Or getting off social media isn't your top priority. I don't know. Whatever it is,
Whatever
right?
it is, yeah.
And you'll just decide, you know what? These are things that I genuinely enjoy, and I will make time for it. And because of that, I lose, like, a habit that I thought was going to be, like, a better habit for me. But at the end of the day, I'm happy. Like, I'm perfectly happy being on social media for an hour versus
Also,
doing my meditation.
Like, as long as you have a few things that you're literally doing, it's okay. Like, literally, it's okay. You're trying. You did your best. Like,
honestly,
you
I feel
have
like
the 3 or the whatever, you know? You don't
maybe
need that extra
setting
one.
core ones, like non-negotiables, like 3. I think 3 things
That you want to do every single day.
either daily, monthly, weekly, whatever, like
Right.
all together, whatever it is, just setting those non-negotiables and being happy with those.
Yeah.
And being like, you know what, I did the things that I really, really prioritized and really wanted to do. For me, that's like working out in the day, spending time with my cat, and what's something else I do like every single day? Maybe like it'll be adding something, so like journaling or something. But like those top 2 things, I feel like if I do those, it'll still be like I did my best today.
You're like, I accomplished something today.
Yeah, or like a nutritious breakfast. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, or going to bed at a certain hour. Okay,
Definitely.
just
I guess just like close out my habits. Weekly, I do want to like go to the park on the weekend and take Harley and give her that time, because I think that I really enjoy seeing her like exercised and like mentally well. So that's one. And then monthly, I want to be seeing my parents, which I think this sounds like funny, but when you don't live at home, it's really hard to make like time to see your parents on not just like a stop by and say hi vibe, but like actually spending time with them. So I think like having a monthly day where I do spend the entire day or have like a very thoughtful moment
going
with them.
shopping or
Yeah,
spending a day.
I definitely want that to be a habitual thing.
I feel like it's even hard when you live with your parents, to be honest.
That too. You're right.
I like they have their routine, I have mine.
And then like, yeah, it's just like,
Hey.
you could like sit down and watch TV, but then after that it's like,
Yeah, like last night when I went on a walk with my mom, I was like, this is nice.
that's like an intentional moment. Yeah.
That was nice.
Hoping this topic, this episode helped you in some form, either to at least like think about the things you want to be doing, or, you know, just like remembering that habits aren't necessarily like a thing you have to do, but it's something that
Makes you feel good.
makes you feel good and you want to come back to when you're having a tough time, because that's the things that keep us grounded and stable.
100%.
So, and also, if like we said before, if you guys are interested in like an accountability like group, let us know. We'll start it anyways, and we'll probably maybe put it at the bottom of it, but let us know what you're thinking.
What are your routines? Let us know.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, follow us on whatever you're listening this on or watching this on, and go follow us go follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Have an amazing day, evening, night.
Until next week. We shall see you. And maybe this will inspire you to start a routine.
Alrighty. Bye.